If you're not careful and you accidentally no-clip out of reality, you'll end up in the backrooms. 600 million square miles of randomly segmented rooms, the endless buzz of fluorescent lights, and absolutely no way out. One day, I had just been aimlessly scrolling through some of the levels in one of the Backrooms wikis, and I came across a certain level, and I thought, wow, that would look really cool in a game. I could totally make this into a game. So I decided to start with the very first Backrooms level, Level 0, The Lobby. It is a Class 1 threat index, safe, unstable, and completely devoid of entities. Oh. Almost completely devoid of entities. Level 0 consists of worn mono-yellow wallpaper, old moist carpet, and inconsistently placed fluorescent lighting. I started out by blocking out the level in Unreal, then slapped on some textures, plopped on some lights, and added some post-processing to make it look like it was recorded on a handheld camera. Now, since no clipping is such an important part of the Backrooms, I decided to add it to my game, in the form of unstable no-clip zones. So if you see this, you should probably walk away, or you might no-clip somewhere you might not like. Or, just don't listen to me and do whatever. So you might be wondering, how do you escape this level? Well, if you manage to traverse the maze, you'll come across some pitfalls. If you manage to cross them without falling, you'll come across the exit. Maybe. Unless you found the wrong pitfalls.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because...
Anyways, if you manage to find the exit, it will bring you to level 1. Now, before I move on to the next level, I went ahead and got this game pre-lit on Steam. So make sure you go and wishlist it so you can be notified when it comes out. I'll also make another video when it releases, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss when that comes out. I also made a Discord server, so if you want to stay on top of all the announcements and news about my game, go ahead and join it. I have the links to both the server and the game in the description of the video. Level 1, otherwise known as the Habitable Zone, is another Class 1 danger level. Level 1 resembles a parking garage, with fluorescent lights hanging from the ceiling, occasional machinery, and hallways and stairwells which peel off and lead to separate areas of the level. After blocking out the level and adding some textures, decals, and decorations, I ended up with this, which looks completely terrible, so I scrapped the entire level and started over. After redoing the level, I had this, which looks a lot better compared to before. Now, Level 1 contains various dangers that may pose a threat to wanderers. One of these dangers is blackouts, which leave the level shrouded in darkness, allowing various entities to come out and hunt more successfully. Now, there are many entities that reside within Level 1, but I decided to include 2 of them that I thought were particularly unique: False Puddles and Dullers. False puddles are, as you can probably guess, entities that are disguised to be a simple puddle. However, beneath the surface is a deep pit filled with sharp teeth. These entities are unable to move and instead depend on unaware wanderers to fall into their trap. They have no true body and are essentially big mouths filled with teeth. So be careful where you are walking in this level, as some of the puddles on the ground might not just be a normal puddle, and if you see anything suspicious, be sure to avoid it. The second entity that can be found in this level are Dullers. Dullers have the appearance of long and dark humanoid-like beings with no humane facial features, however, some concave cavities may mimic deformed eyes and mouths. Now, Dullers prefer to hunt in the dark, so as long as the lights are on, you are relatively safe from them. But as soon as the lights are out, you should get to a safe place as soon as possible, as they will begin to run towards you at high speeds. Now, another part of Level 1 are the maintenance halls. Few entities reside within the maintenance halls, so they are much safer than the rest of the level. Many objects such as plywood, toolboxes, and even whole tables can be found, as well as power boxes. Additionally, wanderers may want to stay here in the event of a blackout occurs, as these hallways are always lit up no matter what. To escape this level, you'll need to travel through all the different maintenance halls and find all the disabled power boxes and turn them back on, to restore full electricity to the level. Once all the power boxes are on, blackouts will no longer occur and the exit will open up, leading to Level 2. Level 2, known as Pipe Dreams, is a Class 2 danger level, consisting of a vast network of interconnected utility tunnels, maintenance shafts, and rusting pipes. So for this level, I blocked out various tunnels that connect to a few larger rooms in between, and absolutely filled the level with pipes. Seriously, I spent a few hours just placing all of the pipes in this level. thousands of them, and then I spent even more time decorating each of the rooms on top of that. But after adding all the pipes, textures, and other objects in the level, I think it turned out pretty well. Now, there are many entities that reside in this level, such as clumps, hounds, skin stealers, and more, but the two I chose to include were smilers and wranglers. Smilers are basically a floating face with a wide, creepy, glowing smile. They only appear in the dark and shy away from the light, so as long as the lights are on, you'll be safe from them. Or, if there is no light, just shine a flashlight at them to ward them off. The nth entity I'm including in this level is wranglers. Wranglers are massive snake-like entities that use their bodies to burrow through the ground. Wranglers are very loud, and one can easily hear them if they are close. They make a constant rumbling noise, so if you're going down a hall and hear a rumbling that gets increasingly louder, you should probably turn around, or you might just run into one of them. Now, for the Wrangler, I got this model of a snake, replaced its texture to look dark and scary like in the reference photos, and placed one at the end of every dead-end hallway. So be careful going around hallway vents if you can't see what's on the other side, especially if you hear the telltale rumbling that a Wrangler is near. To escape from this level, you must traverse through the maze of hallways, avoiding all the dangers of the level until you come across an open vent shaft, which will lead to the next level. Now, that's all I have time to include in this video, but I will be including many other levels and entities in my game as well that will be included in future videos. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss when the next video comes out.